Welcome back, my dark means to the dark void, ruled by me, 951. And today we're actually this is a special one. Like the title suggests, this is a tutorial about a game that also sorry for the noises in the background, but this is just a tutorial about a game I'm currently playing. And like I said, sorry for the background noises. Family members are in the kitchen talking to themselves over there. Hopefully they know them coming to this room. But yeah, this is like one of the few times where I make one of my tutorial videos that I've either seen or basically saw in the game that could use a little bit. But this is one of those times. So you don't have to stay here and watch this. You don't have to like watch me play this thing. And also, I'm not good at explaining this, so who knows how long this is going to be. But yeah, I just wanted to make a tutorial just for my own sake, just for fun. All right, all right. Especially if you've seen the Outer Worlds one, which somehow got so many views on that. And the recent comment on there was like literally not just a few months back, 2 or 3 months back. I don't know. It's amazing. But either way, yeah. I just wanted to make this video because this is about a game called Spellforce 3 Reforged. And this is basically about how early in the game you can get basically XP and money farm. And like I said, I saw a video of this to, gain my XP. And if you see on the ground right now, you can see how much gold I'm getting. And I will show you the amount of gold by the time ends. And I'll show you how, and also some save points to let you know how easy this is and how long it will take. All right. So first of all, in this map, I'm going to tell you how you can get started here. Hold up. First, before I get this, you're going to be going on to also spoiler alert for anybody who's going to be playing this game or is currently playing this game and doesn't know. You're going to be going on to one of the main missions from the unknown island, and you're going to be facing off against like a whole swarm of snake people. Basically, yeah, snake women. Only snake women. And you're going to need the elves for this. Shut up. I don't care if you updated. Besides, it's not even my game. As I was saying, you're gonna need at least the elves for this one. On the fact of the one reason is because you're gonna need one because they're gonna have a troop like what was it called, the guardian who basically is able to switch between melee and what was it bow and arrow, and they're gonna be your essential units, your main units you're gonna be using for this farming method. And a fair bit of warning, you're going to have a limited amount of space. Unlike the other levels in this game, this game, well, after this island only has you this part of the map. So be ready, especially since, depending on the difficulty, you may be getting swarmed by Nagas, the snake women, by all over the map. And also for this method to work, as you can see, there's gold on the ground. And also another word of warning, I suggest every once in a while to, as you saw that frame rate as I moved over the gold, yeah, as or frame rate on the currently. You should try to clean up, like collect as much of the gold as possible by the end of this, by at a certain points, depending on whether or not you're on console or PC. This is gonna start draining your frame rates. Trust me. All right. So what else? Yeah, as I'm saying, and also plus since right now the Guardians, let me just show you where they come out of. Let's see. Also, I turned off the volume so that way, in case it's copyrightable. You're basically the reason why I say is because the Guardians has both. Was it? Hold up. Let me see. Just to check on something real quick. Yeah. Basically, the Pathfinder doesn't have a bow and arrow, which is unfortunate. But yeah, the Guardian has basic population of 3, basically, and it only takes 4 food. While the Wand or the Archer takes metal, which is a finite resource here and takes up at least 4 population spots. Now, as far as I know, I can't remember there's the blueprint, and also you will have to get blueprints, which I will show you at the end of the thing. That you will need to in order to basically make this even better. But it's not they're optional. They're not recommended. As long as you have enough wanderers. As far as I know, I have like at least. Let's see, which one has it? Basically, this group right here. Where's the group? Oh no, that's the other group. Right now at this area, I have like at least 11. Unfortunately, I lost a few of them, but I replaced at least some of them with this one guard protector who has. Now this is like I said optional with because that just raises defense, but like I said, it's just optional. In fact, yeah, I used to have 16 over here, but they started going down. I always have some ballistas to help me out over here. Mostly because in the beginning you will need ballistas because they're tanky enough to hold the enemy off with a little bit. And the other group is also over down in the they said over down in the western eastern quadrant, which I will show you later. But yeah, no, that's basically the main units you will need. Especially since, like I said, they take up 3 unit slots, and you can just keep spamming them out. Close to at least almost 100, almost at least let's see, 40 units depending if you have a blueprint or not. But like I said, the especially 2 of the blueprints are optional, but it's recommended. All right, now let's get down to business. Now, when you get here, you won't be starting on this one. In fact, you have to do a little bit of mission progression, and you can actually scout the island a little bit beforehand to get everything ready. All right. Basically, once you enter here, you can start looking around, and once you start looking around and actually start the main mission, you will need to start building out your base as quickly as possible because because you will be swarmed by the snake women. Now, this one is where I used to put the first method here, which I let all of them come down here, but that takes a little bit more time and it's unreliable, especially when some of them can actually go over here and actually go behind your lines and go attack your base over here. Now, reason I say, and there's also another problem, is that you're gonna have these bases, which are spawning points, which you will need to destroy which are in your base right now, and you need to destroy those, or else they'll start spawning within your base. So let me show you. This right here is gonna be one base. There's another one all the way in the far corner, all the way over here that you need to destroy, which is basically on its own. I wish it was connected to another over here, so that way it would have made it more better. But yeah, you're gonna need to destroy that one. There's also another one somewhere around here. I think there was one around here somewhere. Where was it? Oh, here's one over here, and there was one more around here. Now that's a total of 4 of these spawning areas where you need to go after. And I've already played it before, so this is my second playthrough. Let's not talk about that. Why this is my second playthrough. But yeah, you need to destroy those immediately, or else they'll start swarming your base. And the last thing you want, especially if on higher difficulty, you do not want them to swarm. The only 2 spawners you should be keeping is this one right here, and another spawner is this right here. Now these are optional ones. If you want to destroy them, you can, but you will be hurting your what was it, gold production and your XP farming by a bit because these 2 actually spawn alongside it. There what the other video that I watched basically has the entire, like you saw, they just spawned right here. Like I said, they spawn directly onto here. The video I watched basically had you have a bunch of units they're able to take and a hero that's able to tank the area. But like I said, this one is actually a slower method because it's in free and will actually take a little bit longer for you to do. Especially since they're going to be standing here and you have to make sure they're defeating them. And it's better just to have them right here. And since there is one right here, you can actually get all 4 spawning areas targeted right here because and as you look right here and especially right here they just spawned over here. There used to be one, but that's part of the main mission of this quest line. Sorry, I'm not explaining it as well, but this is part of the main quest. I wish I was not going to destroy that because you're able to destroy this anyway, so I don't know why. Never mind. Yeah, so this is the main road you can should be at. This is where I used to do it, and if you look right here, there's actually one gap, this crossroads here. The reason why I say this is good is because this other spawning area is right here. Now make sure you get this entire area covered as much as possible with units. I put my forces up here. I put my heroes in the middle, and I had the ballista like right in the background. Now the ballista are optional by the end, but since this game doesn't allow you to like remove troops, they're gonna be permanent here. I already lost one because of certain point. But yeah, there's also a way to upgrade these ones as well. I can't remember because unfortunately, I'll show you. You know what? Never mind. I'll show you later on. But yeah, and you see, look at all this gold on the ground. Like I said, by the end of this, you're gonna have so much gold, and you'll be at level 30 by by like not that long. Now, just to let you know, this is on the current version of the game. Now, I don't know when the last time they updated, but they updated so where you can only get to level 30. So now because going past 30 makes your heroes like OP as heck. So just a little bit of warning. I don't know if you're able to remove that or not from not updating it. I don't know, but just to let you know, the amount of experience you get is up to level 30. So once you do that, you might as well stop. All right, because at that point you don't get any experience. Now, there's also another recommended thing is that you should put some troops up here because once you put a troop up here, it actually gives you this entire front area coverage of the entire this area of the map. So you're able to look at where the enemies are at. And there's also another area which is good that the enemy actually does go to and is right down here. Now they will gather. Now part of the mission is also that you need to make sure that this is always filled up with some sort of resource, which is why I say make sure which is make sure you use either food or wood because that gives you energy. Don't use metal because that's a finite resource and you need it for your other stuff. But putting up food, as you can see, I have food and wood, so I just put them right here. That's supposed to like give you like the barrier. That's supposed to keep the barrier up and running. If this goes down, the snake people are gonna start swarming into the base, and you will need to defend the population. Especially if two characters, essentially the plot, go down, then you lose the entire game, as far as I know. Now, the reason why I say that this is also a great area to put some units here is because of this. I put my units with total 20 here alongside another character, which I do recommend you put at least a tank here. I brought in like four other characters here. One is a tank, the other one is like a sub tank, and I only have two casters, which the tank and the caster are over here. All right, which is why I recommend you bring at least a tank. There's another character who's currently wearing a heavy armor, who is also a tank, who's pretty tanky, which basically you will have to get during another faction quest. Just to let you know to unlock a faction. So and you're gonna be locked in that one, so you got no choice but to get them. So I recommend before I continue on, also recommendation to get all the factions under your command because you. The reason why I say this is because in order to get the blueprints, you will need to unlock another faction in order to get them. And also, you see that there some of the characters are also falling down here. But like I said, in order to get the other blueprints, you will need to unlock another faction because that unlocks another area. As far as I know, another city, that allows you to go in order to recruit a character who will give you those blueprints. Now, as far as I don't know if you do need to unlock that other faction, but it's recommended to do it, and I will let you know on later on in the video. But yeah, now, as I'm saying, this I see the enemy will always start sending their snake women down here. Not only do they summon them to go to the left, but they also will summon them to go downwards. I thought it was this one, but no, it wasn't. But once they start going down, you need to have at least some troops here in order to hold the line, in order to hold this gate, with at least one hero nearby. Now, you need to have at least a hero nearby any of the troops because if there's no heroes nearby, it will not count towards your XP bar. You need to have at least one hero at least nearby. And thankfully, it doesn't matter how far they are, as long as they're within the range, as long as they're nearby the I guess archer range, I should say. As long as they're nearby, I don't know how big the range is, but there needs to be at least a hero nearby the troops in order to count to the XP bar. Because if there's no hero, it will not count. I learned that a little bit, and thankfully I learned it on early enough. Because if I did not find out, oh, it would take me a lot longer, and I would have been upset. So yeah, unfortunately, Iana here is not strong. So just a reminder that make sure she's like close to the other units here, so that way she does not get targeted as much. But it's recommended that you have a tank one over there, so that way they can take the brunt force, like the heroes here, and that way you can actually focus on the other stuff. And that's basically it. Make sure you have at least some units here because, like I said, they will start piling down here. Make sure you have a hero nearby, and also the blueprints that I will be talking about. Make sure you have this crossroads taken up as well with heroes and ballistas for the beginning, and then start getting the troops for the guardians here, like I said. And what else is left? And make sure you don't destroy these. Like I said, on my second playthrough, I didn't destroy these. My first playthrough, I destroyed like that one, and unfortunately, yeah, I wish I did. And there's also another XP and gold method. Unfortunately, there's no gold on that one. So this is your gold farming here, permanent gold farming here. Because like I said, they updated the game like a long time back. I don't know how long ago, but yeah, this is your only guard gold farming method. So just remain here until you get it. And now here's the gold amount of gold I got. Look at this. This is the literally insane. By the time this, you'll be close to 20. What was it? Basically to 2 million by the time, close to 2 million by the time you finish this, and that's basically the entire fine. That's your entire finance right there. You'll be able to buy everything in the game, and you still have enough left over. I'm not joking, and you'll be able to buy upgrades for all your factions, the blueprints for all your factions, and any items you want to upgrade your new units with, your heroes with, by the time you get to there. This entire map here is literally your bread and butter right now. Not only for XP, but also for gold. Sorry, I ate recently. Now, like I said, I do recommend you at least wait until you get to level 30 before you leave, or at least put a mark for your, or at least put a number of where you're gonna put gold on before you leave. Because once you leave here, there is no other gold farming method in this entire game that you're gonna find. No, there's none. The only place you're gonna get, and like I said, this is the only gold farming method here, both XP and gold. There's no other place because this game, once you defeat all the enemies in the map, they're gone. They don't respawn. No enemies respawn in the map. Just to let you know. There's also another one that's later on in the game, but that's only for XP. So which is why I say it's recommended that you be here to do this. Now, once again, make sure you do not destroy this. Make sure you have this area right here in the crossroads, right here in this quadrant, basically taken over. Also, there's a guardian godstone here, which if you know how to use this, you just need to press it and choose one of the godstones nearby. I put my barracks nearby, so that way I can just send them straight here and just teleport them over to this section, and then send them over here in case anyone falls to the into beyond. So make sure you do that. And also make sure some troops are over here to keep this area locked down, so that way you are able to get experience from here too. Make sure your hero is nearby, at least one hero is nearby, so that way they can get the XP as well. And just a word of warning, they will already be gathered up here, so you will need at least some sizable troop in order to take over that area. I do recommend you start with this area first before you go into the crossroads one, and then take over this area with at least some troops before you decide to go over to the crossroads, because this one may be important. This is maybe an important one, but if you don't do anything over here, they will gather up again and again. They will start leaving here, and plus it's a great way to give you peace of mind, because that way if you do run out of resources or you don't bother with the time over there, you can just let the timer go down. Don't matter with that, and you can just let them just keep farming over here. But after you're done, but once you get to level 30, then you can just complete the entire mission. That's basically about it. And like I said, yeah, don't break this part. This one is your also limited spawning, but this is infrequent because it you has to wait until these guys spawn in. And don't destroy this one. Leave this up. Make sure this crossroads is yours to take. All right. And just remember, you only have four places to build up your base. Oh wait, 5 areas. Sorry, to build up your base. So make sure you take over this entire place as well, and also destroy these spawning points as early on as possible, because you will get swarmed, and the longer you take, it will be troublesome. Remember that. All right, so let me go show you where what blueprints you require. So let's see. For the first one, I is recommended is that you get was it blueprint to make your fortress. Wait, what was there? Which one was it? Oh no. Ah, this one. Increase population. This is important in this game. Basically, the more population you have, the better. You only get up to 200, but having this one upgraded will get you at least 200 troops, depending if you have the blueprint. But this goes up by 20, so the more you have. But in reality, you can easily get that to there if you just take over some areas in the map. But also for the elves, you can just build up your what was it? Your shrines, which these are ones right here, to basically only have just max population. So doing this also is a great method. But either way, make sure you have some blueprints of either for shrines or even just have one for this. So because the more troops you have, the better it is to basically have them like occupy the area over here. All right, now to upgrade their damage. Now I know I'm just to let you know, if you're basically confused right now, I am too because I'm not good at explaining. Now here's the other ones. This one. No, this one. This one. Since these guys can switch between melee and bow and arrow, this one is you should get this blueprint. Now you can get this before this, but like I said, it's not. It's optional, but it's recommended. Basically, you can just switch them all over, and they will actually do more damage to the enemies here. That way, you don't have to like constantly keep going over here, spawning more of your units and just sending them over there. Like I said, luckily these only take food, so you'll be all right, and they're one population less than the archer, especially, and which is good because you know how archers they're more squishy than the guards. Plus, you can get them down to 70 seconds or even lower depending if you have the blueprint. Like I said, there's a lot of blueprints here that is recommended that you get. All right, so let's see. That's about it for the blueprints, I think. All right, so let me show you what I mean about it. Hold up. I have a load game here. Now, this is before I started. This is 20. I started at 20 hours. And you could easily get here like early enough because by the time you start the game, you will have to do all sorts of missions, but in reality, by the time you get to those missions, you'll be basically close to 15 hours in, depending how difficult the game is. Also, before I continue on, I'm on an easy, as you see, difficulty easy, which I do recommend you do this on easy. This when you get to this mission, lower the difficulty down to easy. I think it requires a game restart. It said it on the game. I said it in the game. Option says you need a game restart, which is a pain in the butt. But yeah, so make sure you do this in the easy mode because you know the higher the difficulty, the more damage the enemies does. And don't worry, it does not lower the experience or increase the experience, which I wish it did. Then it'd be worth it. But yeah, it doesn't affect the experience. So make sure you're on easy, so that way by the time you, just so you can defeat the enemies easier. Like I said, if you like a challenge, you can go on a high difficulty, but it's recommended that you go on a lower difficulty to easy, so you can basically farm this all day without having to worry about having to increase your troop count. All right. Let's get back to the details. Now, like I said, right here, should be yeah, you should be here by hour 16. By time here, the only reason here is because I was doing the farming method, and by the time then you should be done by hour 89. Now this is for me on easy. It might be different for you on any other difficulty, but for me on easy, this is where I end. Basically, almost 60 hours of you doing this, and you'll be done. It is. And then by the time then it should be 90 hours, which I basically I was gonna use this as a way for you to show you where what I'm talking about for the what was it for the blueprints, but unfortunately I bought them all again. But like I said, basically, and also like I said before, if you want to go here earlier, just skip the other two factions unless you want the blueprints. But skip the two faction and just come here with only the elves. But just a word of warning: if you don't have any blueprints for the elves at this point, just remember that it will be more difficult for them to take on the enemy. But like I said before, it's only optional. You can come here for the just with the elves. All right. And also, word of warning. I don't know if choosing this this is a main cane. This is one of the main quest one of the main quest missions. So I don't know if it locks up the other two factions. So I do recommend you get the other two factions as well before you go to here because I don't know if it locks it off or not. All right, just a word of warning. All right. So like I said, this is the when I started. This is where I ended. So you should be it's pretty easy to get all the way up to level 30. And once you're done, then you can destroy everything, complete the mission, and then you move on, and you'll have enough gold to basically buy everything in the game. Like, literally, everything in the game. Every merch you find is going to be yours to buy off no matter what. Alright, so let me go to basically before I started this, and I'm going to show you the two characters here. Alright, oh wait, no, I don't think you need. Oh wait, never mind. You don't. I don't think I said this, but you don't need the one of the facts here. You just need to make sure that you. I think the main quest is all you need. I think you could just go here as long as it's the main quest. As far as I know, I don't know. But let's go to the foot about to this one, which just to let you know that's just the names that this game gives you. All right, let's head back to this. This is probably taking a little bit longer than I anticipated. How long is this? Ah, man, it's taking way too long. Sorry for explaining this, but I'm not going to explain this. Like I said, you don't need to see this. Now, I'm here back in Everlight. Now, this mission brings you back to here to Everlight. Now, I already unlocked the. I thought I needed to unlock the humans, but in reality, all you need to do is just come here during one of the main quests. The humans just give you easier access here, so you can actually come here like later on. But this is not where here. We're gonna have to go back to Molendeer, which I already said spoiler alert. So yeah, Moondeer, Nexus, and I'm going to show you one of the character who's going to give you two characters. Let's see, moving on, moving on. I might have to cut out some of these things, hopefully. No, I won't. All right. Now, there's two characters here that you need to talk to. Moving the characters along, which is when you unlock which you unlock any faction, there will always be one character who's going to be selling you some stuff. So, this character here is a Scryer. Basically, this one will give you the blueprints here. I bought there's blueprints here. I already bought some of the blueprints here, but this is actually pretty optional. It just lowers the what was it the cost of your elves here. The real person you should talk to is the one you recruit in Everlight, and that could be like any like either you choose the main quest, or if you decide to get the all the factions, you will get to Everlight easier. Now, talk to this one. This is the one I'm talking about. This is the one you should be talking to because by the time you leave, you'll be able to do this. Now, the ones you should. Now, the one thing you should get is. No, that's not the one. Uh, Wonder. No, that's the archer. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the one you should get. The runic bowls. This will give you basically blueprint. The blueprint in order to get your elves to get stronger, basic more damage. As far as I know, yeah, I get. Oh, never mind. You don't get that. I guess you get it later in the game. Oh, that's right. You don't get the other blueprints. You gotta find them out in the wild. You gotta search the map. So, also a warning there. Some blueprints you will have to look around the map in order to find them. All right. Make sure you're basically very searchable. Very. I don't know what's the word. Make sure you look in the entire map entirely. Like, do whatever it takes to find to like look an entire map. Make sure you look at every inch of it to make sure you're not missing anything. Trust me. Once you trust me, you in the beginning of the game, you get some missions that you will never go back to ever. So you need to make sure you check the entire map before you leave. Thankfully, later on, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can come back whenever you want. But as far as I know, beginning of the game, there's some issue you will never go back to. All right. Okay. Now this guy is the one. Now in order to unlock him, you have to do like a either unlock the hero, which unlock the humans first. Where are the humans at? We are over here. Wait, that's not where. Oh, here. Who you unlock the humans? Basically, you can unlock any faction you want in the game. It's just the humans will get you to Everlight quicker. But if you don't want to, you can just go over, just choose the elf faction, head over there, do the mission, and be done with it, and then go to the main mission. What was it? What was it? The Prodigal Son or something? And then just head straight to the main mission. Now, like I said, a word of warning: I collected all the factions in this game already, but if you want to collect all the factions, I suggest you do it before you do any of the main quests. As far as I don't know if it locks off any of the factions once you choose one main quest, so I don't know. But just a word of warning: if it does, save beforehand in case it locks up the other two factions. The last thing you want is to basically go and do this farming method and then find out the other factions are like locked off. So make sure you save beforehand. All right. And yeah, that's about it. That's basically all the characters I have here. This is the guy who is the most important. Make sure, and you can actually find him like in the mission. It basically is easy to find. They'll have like like a blue what is it, a blue thing above their hat, like on the map, a blue thing on the map. So just look for the blue exclamation point right there, like on the right corner, top right corner. So if you, it's blue, not gold. All right. So once you just go search all over the map and you'll find them. Once you get them to join your side, you just need to do a one mini quest, have them join you, and then after that, you can start choosing. And you, like I said, you only need to buy this. That's about it. Just buy this, and you're done. That's basically about it. Wait, hold on. Did I pick the right one? Hold up. Let me see. Yeah. Oh yeah. Just get that one, and then you're good. And then you can do the farm method all day, and with at least that one. Like I said, it's optional if you want to. You don't need to do that. It just makes it easier for you to basically defeat the enemies, right? Like I said, make sure it's on easy mode. Make sure you destroy all the spawning areas. Make sure you keep that fork in the road ready. Make sure you keep that gate under lock, and make sure there's at least a hero in at least both those areas in order to get the experience. And make sure you, and also recommended to get the blueprints for this character here from this in order to make your hero what was it your what was it oh sorry your one guardian units in order to basically hit harder. And like I said, word of warning, make sure you say before you go to that unknown island in case it locks up the other two factions. Because, like I said, you know how games do. Sorry, I just ate. You know how main games that have main quest lines do. Once you start a main quest line, you may be locked off a certain content. All right, remember that. All right. So, like I said, recommend to get all the factions before you get to that final area. But if you do want to, but like I said, that is the earliest point in the game. I'm not making sense here, but just remember, that is, what was it? Hold on, let me go here. Load. Remember, this unknown island is literally the earliest you can get in the game. The other point in the game, which is right here, was it here? This was it Aenir's Blade. You have to go there. The first time you that's not the farming method. The second time is when, but you have to do a whole bunch of. You got to collect both the main quest items. Then you got to go to another location. Then you got to do another mission after that, and then you're gonna head back to Aenir's Blade. All right. What? And I think there's another mission after that. But then once you go to Aenir's Blade, then you start the method. But that one's almost unreliable because it requires you and also it doesn't have any money, so there's no point to doing that because there's no money involved. They, like I said, they update the game so you don't get any money anymore from there, and lower the experience. And that requires and also is a pretty slow. It's actually a lot slower than the one in the unknown island one because because it doesn't give you enough experience. It doesn't, and it doesn't bring up a lot more enemies, and it requires the enemy faction because you will be fighting another enemy faction there to have enough resources in order to keep fighting to the point where they will basically run out of all resources and you're only going to be using food, which takes them a while, and sometimes it glitches out so they might not attack you at all, which is why once you go to the unknown island, do that method. All right, that's about it. I have nothing left to say. I forgot anything, let me know in the comments. Heck, let me know in the comments if you played this game before. And like I said, this is just a random video I made. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to freaking deal with this. In fact, this is like video is longer than I anticipated because I don't know how to do tutorial videos at all. And this is just for me to just make a video and just no, because I saw this game and I just wanted, you know what? I can improve on this farming method. And I will leave the link to the original person, which is actually which is actually most recent, and basically I'll post that video down below as well. Also, all credits to that person as well. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's about it. There's nothing left for me to say. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you can improve on this a little bit more and possibly even something else. Heck, you may have found another method that I didn't even realize it. Plus, this is a pretty good game. Pretty good game. Too bad they kind of messed up in the DLC, the second DLC, but on the first DLC. But hey, yeah, you give and take or something. But either way, hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe to join my dark army. Let me know how I did on this tour video. I already know I suck on this, so please be nice. And yeah, what else? Also join my dark army. I'm your dark ruler. You have no choice but to do what I say here. Literally, you have no choice but to say here, but to do what I say here. Also, like the video, press the black bell to be notified whenever my videos pop up, and also check on our black bell at least once a day because, you know, because YouTube channel decides to remove it for some reason. So make sure you check on that at least once a day, or just come to my channel every once in a while during the week to see if I upload or not. And that's about it. And also share the video as well. Really helps me out. And I have nothing left to say. So if I forgot anything, let me know down in the comments. But for right now, my dark means dismissed.